All right, if you're building interactive programs in Python, you've probably got the mouse click down, right? But that's only half the story. Today, we're going to dive into the other half, that exact moment you release the button. It's a simple idea, but it's what makes your programs feel so much more polished. Let's get into it.
So, you've probably gotten pretty good at using mouse events in your projects. You click something, something happens. It's, the foundation of pretty much every graphical program you've ever used. And that's the thing. The press is just the beginning of the action. The moment you lift your finger is a totally separate event that Python can listen for. And learning how to harness that moment, well, that unlocks a whole new level of control and creativity in your code. And the key to all of that control is a really simple but powerful function called onMouseRelease. If you already know onMousePress, think of this as its perfect partner in crime. So here's the crucial part. Python is always listening. When you write a function with this very specific name, onMouseRelease, the program knows exactly what to do. It just hangs out, waiting for you to lift your finger off that mouse button, and then, bam, it runs whatever code you've put inside. The best way to really see how this works is with a simple little experiment. We're going to set up a test to see onMousePress and onMouseRelease working side by side, but also see how they are totally separate from each other. Okay, so here's our setup. We're going to use our old friend, onMousePress, to draw a gold circle the moment we press down. But then we'll add our new function, onMouseRelease, which is going to draw a navy circle wherever we let go. So, 2 different actions, 2 different colors. Simple. So when this code is running, Python is actively listening for both events at the exact same time. It's waiting for a press to draw that gold circle and a release to draw the navy one. So yeah, if you were to press down, drag your mouse across the screen, and then let go, you'd get gold at the start and navy at the end. But this brings up a fun little puzzle.
Seriously, think about it for a second. If you just do a normal click in one spot, press and release almost instantly, what do you think you're going to see on the screen? Will it be gold? Navy? Maybe the whole thing just gets confused.
You actually get both. It's so cool. Even though it feels like one single click to us, Python sees 2 totally distinct events. First, it sees the press, and it fires that first function, drawing the gold circle. Then, just a split second later, it sees the release and fires the second function, drawing the navy circle right on top of the gold one. How cool is that? Okay, so drawing circles on top of each other is a great way to prove the concept, but when would you actually use this? Let's look at a much more common and way more practical example of how these 2 events work together. And this right here is the key. Instead of creating brand new things on every press and release, you'll often have just one object on the screen that you want to change, but only temporarily. Think about a button that changes color only while you're holding the mouse down on it. That's where this duo really shines. So let's take a look at this code. See, first, outside of any function, we create a circle that we'll call C, and we make it red. Then, onMousePress doesn't create a new circle. It just grabs our existing circle C and changes its fill to blue. And onMouseRelease does the exact opposite. It changes the fill right back to red. See? We are modifying, not creating. What this does is it creates a complete interactive loop for the user. It starts with the red circle, just sitting there. The moment they press down, onMousePress fires off, and that circle turns blue. It'll stay blue for as long as they hold that button down. But the second they let go, onMouseRelease kicks in and it flips right back to red. So just by understanding how onMousePress and onMouseRelease play together, you've just unlocked a huge piece of what makes software feel responsive and, well, professional. It's a fundamental building block for any kind of interactive design. So the main thing to take away is this. onMouseRelease is perfect for finishing an action. Just think about dragging a file on your desktop. Nothing actually happens until you release the mouse, right? It's used to reset things, like our circle turning back to red. And most importantly, it works as a team with onMousePress to create these rich, 2-part interactions that users just expect to see. So I'll leave you with this thought. You now have the tools to make things happen not just when a user starts an action, but when they finish it. You can make buttons that light up, objects you can pick up and then drop, or maybe even game characters that only jump when you let go of the button. The possibilities are huge. Now go try it out.